So for those of you who feel like you're being spiritually prepared for something right now, I want to sit and talk for just a moment about initiation. Astrologically, the reason that now is the time that I want to sit and talk about this, the North Node moves into Pisces January 28th. Now, the North Node is ironically kind of what a lot of people come to spiritual practices for. The North Node can be interpreted, this is one of the ways I interpret it, is this thing that's high up in the sky that we don't really have the words for. We don't have the articulation for it. It's just something that we're called to go and do. It's very purpose driven. And because of that, society could call you crazy. There's other people who might be like, what the heck are they doing? Or question if you're like throwing your life away because you're following this path that for whatever reason doesn't make any sense. But it pushes you forward and it pushes kind of the world forward too. So that is going to be in Pisces, which has to do with our spiritual practices, our spiritual disciplines, our spiritual life, the veils. It's a lot. So the reason that I want to talk about initiations is because in my experience, there are several different ways that you can be initiated. There's initiations through other people who would be like a priestess or a priest, could be through specific religious or spiritual structures. There's also forms of self-initiation where you would be then the one who is activating it and going through it and kind of guiding yourself through it too. There's some initiations that the spirits have to offer to you and it doesn't come any other way. And then they're the ones who you would be walking with through that. Those are the ones in my experience that I'm familiar with, but I wouldn't put it past me to say that there's probably other ways that you can be initiated as well. That's just what I have to offer in perspective. The spirits also being ancestral as well. That's true. And what do I mean by that? Just literally like a spirit that is non-embodied here on the earth. Technicalities and specifics because it's important. So, bringing it back to the astrological stuff, with Saturn in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces, Neptune is a long transit. It's like 12 years, I think. It's a while. And so since it's been traveling through Pisces, which is its home, Neptune rules Pisces, it's at home there. It's been preparing a lot of people spiritually. There's a lot of like spiritual preparation, a lot of spiritual delegation, designation, specification. Here's your path and here's your calling. Here's your purpose. Walk in it, walk in it, walk in it, walk in it. Talk in it, swim through it. Do what you need to do to go through it. Love Neptune and Pisces also. That's a lot. And so now we have Saturn at the end of Neptune being in Pisces. It's a little suspicious, planets. What are you doing? With Saturn being at the end of Neptune's transit in Pisces, Saturn is bringing the order. Saturn's like, all right, everybody's had time to prepare. Now I'm here. Let's get it together. Let's put these things in order. You have all the tools. You have all the gifts. You have what you have. Time to get yourself together. Okay, Saturn, so clever. Thank you. Thank you. Both Neptune and Saturn are exiting Pisces around the same time, and they're also going to retrograde back into Pisces around the same time as well. So the fact that they're working together currently right now is setting a lot of people up to have bigger spiritual callings, purposes, and different aspects within spiritual life, spiritual wisdom, spiritual gifts. There's a lot of that is being activated kind of right now and also through our next 2025, like our next year. It's like the beginning of next year. And really the whole entire time that the North Node is in Pisces, I guess so part of 2026 too. Oh my gosh, it's going to be kind of a while. But you know what? I'll sit in it if that's what it needs to be. That's true. That's true. So if you feel like you're being prepared for something or like there is something in the air, you feel like you're going in a direction, but you're not really quite sure what it is yet. A lot of the times through initiation, especially if it's self-initiation, there can be a sense of blindness and not understanding kind of where you're meant to go or what does that look like. Trust the work that you feel called to sit in within that preparation. There's a reason for the preparation, even if it hasn't become clear yet. Throughout next year, especially during like the March and April time of next year, and then into 2026, any of the Pisces eclipses are also going to be involved with this in the next couple of years. That's true. Spiritual initiation is coming back through. So whether you have already been initiated and have had positions consecrated for yourself, like myself, or you are someone who is completely new to that and you are unfamiliar with it. There's this new layer and new wave of whether you've been in the work for a long time or you're someone who's a beginner or like fresh into it. There's another activation. There's another consecration of either position or a rite of passage. Some sort of leadership could be possible within that. It just depends on who you are and really like what you're going through. And there's a lot of nuance to that, but it could be applicable, especially with Saturn. It's like earn your seat of power, kid. That's part of it. And with it being in Pisces, it has to do with your spiritual seat of power. So leadership could be a part of it. But yeah, regardless of how long you've been in it, we got another wave. So I just get ready to sit in it. And I laugh because if I could explain to you what the initiations I have been through have cost me. Again? Okay, well, here we go, I guess. On the plus side, I do feel like the preparation, hold on, I gotta stop laughing. I feel like the preparation that I've been through, I'm gonna say this on a personal note, so if it fits for you, it fits. I feel like the preparation I've been through in my previous initiatory experiences and like the finalization and consecration of those, I feel pretty set up. I'm just kind of laughing because it's like, okay, well, here's round 2. Here we go. And it's like long term. This is not something that is like a year long. Yeah, Pisces, the North Node is going to be there for a year and a half, but the nodes rule over 18.5-year cycles, and Pluto is in alignment with the North Node being in Aries, so the fact that it's switching over, Pluto's working together with the nodes over the next 18-ish to 20 years, so here we go, here we go. Stay prepared. You know what? You got it. Spiritual initiation is a very serious thing. It's a very, very serious thing. And every once in a while, it starts to come up in my work again, and it has recently. So I figured I'd make that video just to be of assistance how you need to be, how the assistance needs to be, and be how you need to be, regardless of me. That's true. Okay, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. I'll talk to you soon. Keep it up. Keep doing what you need to do. That's true.